Yo, what is up guys? It is BabyCryerr back with another video, and this is going to be another part to the Learn With Me series, where I will be playing some learnable meta map and just, explaining as I play. And, in the first episode we only played a learnable meta world, but here I honestly think that we might play like a game or two on like all of them. Uh, we don't know Australia at all, really. We're not super good at India, not super good at Indonesia. Europe is probably our strongest. Japan we're getting stronger at, but here let's start on a learnable meta world, and immediately it's giving Australia vibes. Kind of just based on this sign here. We're driving on the left. Um, it looks pretty dry. Lots of one-story houses. And then, like, these trees here are very Australian, too, in my opinion, with, like, the really dark trunk, but then, like, the really not dark leaves, if that makes sense. Like the trunk's really vibrant. It's like a really colorful, saturated brown color, but then the leaves here are like gray. I don't know what the tree's called, but yeah, common in Australia. Um it's probably gonna be these things here. That's my guess. The meta's probably gonna be like the little circle thing there. I don't really know. Um a white circle on that tree. I'm not seeing any property. Oh wait, is that a? Is that the Victoria fire pole? It is. It is. Um. Okay, so this little thing is like it marks like a fire hydrant, I believe. Um, I don't see a fire hydrant though, but maybe. Yeah, I honestly don't really know what it is. Um, just a hydrant. It might be the hydrant. I don't know, but yeah. Here we got a concrete pole. Looks to be a holy pole. We have yellow like warning signs or whatever they're called. Like it like when it lets you know there's a curve in the road, or like the triangular signs in some European countries are going to be like white with a red outline, and then some like this one are going to be yellow with a red outline. Typically it's consistent through different countries. Like Poland is all going to have like yellow if it's yellow. I'm not actually quite sure what Poland is. I think it's yellow. I think we're in Poland right now, actually. Because I don't think... We might be in Hungary. No, we might be Hungary. Hmm? No, I think it's Poland. So basically, in Poland, on these here, Poland's gonna have holy poles, and what that means is like this is a holy pole. There's holes that go all the way through the pole, but then Poland's, they don't go all the way to the ground. Which here, I couldn't tell if that's like a hole or if that's just a piece of grass, but it does look like grass. Because over here, there does seem to be like a little foot or two of like no holes at the bottom of these poles. But then Poland also more commonly will lean their holy poles together. And you're gonna get like groups of like 2 or 3 of them much more commonly than the other countries in Europe with holy poles, which are gonna be Hungary and Romania. Maybe Bosnia. I don't actually remember, but yeah, if you see concrete holy poles with no bottom hole that are like leaned together, typically you're gonna be Poland. And then, dude, this down here looks Baltic. So like I want to go Poland near Lithuania. Just like minus the poles, this thing looks quite Latvian, like a Latvian. I actually don't know what the little post is in Latvia, but it's like black and yellow, and then the top of it's like slanted. It's not a bollard. It marks like ground wires or something. But like Latvia has their own one of those, and it looks like that. But I mean, it doesn't make sense for this to be Latvia, so I don't even really know if it makes sense to like pull from the country of Latvia because it looks like Latvia's thing though. Like if it's not Latvia, I don't know if there's a point in even like attempting to use that as like use that to help our guess. I don't really know. We're just gonna go Poland, right where we are. It was a little bit further northwest, but okay, yeah, you can see here that there's no bottom hole on Poland's poles. This is that same exact fire hydrant electricity marker, actually, that I was just showing you. That's Victoria. Beautiful. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is probably India would be my guess. And then these little like it's kind of like a W shape in these roof tiles, like I don't know if you can see that, like a block W, you know? And I believe yeah, I believe block W is like Uttar Pradesh or maybe Madhya Pradesh. Oh, actually it's way east. West Bengal, Eastern Jharkhand, and Eastern Bihar. So like here. Okay. Oh wait, this is the like. Okay, this is that. No, no, no. I remember what tile it is. It's like kind of rounded, and it doesn't look nice. Like half the roofs with it are like totally just missing half the tiles. I swear. Um, this immediately Canal San Bovo Primeiro or yeah Primero Passo Broccone Tessino. I don't know. That's just so Italian. And then we do have the Italian bollard here as well, where the black part goes all the way to the top. And then there's a white reflector on the front of the left. And then low key, it looks like they just took the one that would be on the right bollard and just put it on the guardrail here. But typically, you'd get this exact same thing with a red reflector on the right in Italy. It looks Alps. It looks Alps. So I mean, like maybe more like maybe these Alps. You know, is this still the Alps technically? I don't know. Oh, it was just the Alps, I guess. But that's actually good to know. I didn't know this was like an Italian thing. It bends away from the road. Can we look for that? Dude, that's so hard to see though. Like, genuinely? I mean, honestly, it's a bit easier to see on that one, in my opinion, than like this, but I don't know. I guess it's just like it bends away from the road, and then it's got like a triangle on it. Okay. It's like a triangle plate at the end of Italian guardrails. Cool. Game 2. This immediately, with this antenna here, this wide blur, if I turn around, it probably gets a little narrower. Yep. This is going to be the Qatar pickup. You can tell because the land is so flat. So flat. Like, all of Qatar is flat. If it's really flat like this, you're never going to be Oman. Okay? Beautiful. Okay, actually, bro, I lied. There is, like, coverage right here in Oman that is really flat. But, it has a different car. It doesn't have that antenna on the front left. So... here, this looks like a Brazil pole with the ladders here. Where in Brazil we are, I have no idea, bro. It looks like we do have, like, a little isolated palm here. We do have another one there that's not as isolated as that. Some more isolated trees up there. This is some interesting hill texture, I'll be honest. The fence posts have a little yellow paint on the top of some of them. Might mean something. The attachments on this pole, like, some of them, whether it's like this V here, or like the way the insulators are set up, or maybe this attachment too, could be like a region clue, but I'm not too sure about, like, I'm not good at Brazil at all. But yeah, I don't know. Let's get out of Oman, into Brazil. If I had to make a guess as to where in Brazil we are, I'm probably just going up here near, like, Brasilia. It was near Rio. The rolling grassy hills are over here, I guess. Which we did low-key zoom into this and go, yo, that's some crazy texture hill. Yeah, okay. I mean, if you want to call this grassy, sure. But, like, dude. One piece of grass every 1 cubic mile? Holy. Alright, so here, on these poles, you can see there's a little V, but then a crossbar, making an upside-down A. If I'm not mistaken, that pole's only in India, and if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be like this western part of India. Okay, it's Madhya Pradesh. Oh, this western part here is... it's got, like, concrete poles. Here, wait. Let me see if I can pull... let me see if I can pull a location up real quick. Is there gonna be poles here? They have holy poles here, I believe. That go, like, 75% of the way up. Bro, where? Show me a pole. Yeah. Or I guess that one's not a full holy pole, I don't think, but... oh, yeah, it is. For sure. For sure it is. But yeah, and then the holes only go, like, 75% of the way up the pole or so. And then it does not have the A, and then it flattens out at the bottom. Oh, shoot. Wait, you can see that. It was behind my face cam. But then, yeah. So it flattens out here. The holes stop about 3/4 of the way up the pole. And, yeah, it is missing the little bottom of the A that Madhya Pradesh should have in, like, if I just place a random marker in Madhya Pradesh now. Boom. Dude, there's so many roads here. Okay, yeah, Madhya Pradesh has the upside down A. And it does have this bottom part. It doesn't just boom, boom, boom. There's no holes, so we're not in the west. Okay, so that's the difference. I mean, honestly, I kind of see how I mix those up. I don't know. Like they're just so similar. I don't know. Basically here, so the back of this sign is black. We have the Americas road lines here with white outers, double yellow inners, but like single yellow inners on the dashed portions. However, whenever there is a non-dashed portion, the second line does come back. We're gonna be based on the black sign and then the road lines. I'm gonna spin. Look at the sun. It's probably gonna be north. Yep. And then that tells me Brazil. I couldn't tell if this was a Brazil pull or not, but given everything else we've looked at, I feel comfortable saying it's Brazil now. And then this does look like a Brazil pull. Like now that you mention it, or now that I mention Brazil, so it's got the like holes, and it's square shaped at the top. The holes are on all four sides, and then you can see that the steps do start about halfway down the pole there. This blur probably means something. I'm gonna be honest. Like this road, that's probably gonna be what the meta is. It's probably gonna be this road is gonna have a blur. But then, yeah, I mean, I don't know Brazil enough. I'm just going in the middle. Okay, it was actually the Cornuba palms. Interesting. I guess that is kind of a memorable tree. Short but strong fan-like leaves and a trunk that is... Yeah, no, that's really memorable. Yeah, no, that's just... Like, what is that? Okay. So where in Brazil is that? Ceará? Sure. Alright. This actually looks like they're throwing that same pole that we just looked at in dude, what is the region of India called? The Gujarat, where it has the like boom boom boom, the like half hexagon shape. Given all of these languages, curry, biryani, I mean, that's Indian food. We're in India. So, given this language, I'm not actually picking anything up off that. Hold on. Could it be Sri Lanka, actually? Instead of India? No, I don't think so. I think this is just gonna be the one... It's just gonna be that one, like, really complicated, like, Indian language, bro. Like this one. Or way down there. How do you remember this? A lot of upside down U shapes. Oh! Dude! Oh! Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, okay, wait. That's crazy. That's kind of nuts, bro. Alright, that was not a very good game. Low key, let's get out of a learnable meta world, and then let's play a learnable meta Europe. A learnable meta Europe. Right here. This looks very Polish. Lots of Z's, lots of Y's, lots of S's. Keep spinning around, maybe see if I can find more things. Nope. So where in Poland do we look? Or where in Poland does this look? Yo, wait. I think that's actually a holy pole too. I'm not gonna lie. In Poland though, this looks to... Yo, wait, what are our options? So we got near Czech, near Germany, near Ukraine, near like Lithuania, Belarus, or just right in the middle. Low key, kind of south, but like nearing Lithuania. I mean, pretty good guess, I guess. Pretty good guess. Oh, really? It was a Polish font, apparently? Yo, I mean, I guess it just... That's like the most Polish word they could have given us with like PRZYSZYN. That's just nuts. It's just Polish, 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 Polish. Alright. Here. I'm not gonna lie, this license plate does look tinted slightly red. Which makes no sense here. Alright. Basically, we got some round concrete poles, fat round concrete poles. We got a loopy-doop, 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 loopy-doop. We got some hooks on there. Hooks on here, hooks on here. The Cyrillic is throwing me off. Actually, no, it's not. It's just gonna be Bulgaria, I think. With boom, 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 boom. And then also the Cyrillic. Yeah, but then it just kind of looks like Romania. Dude, I don't really know. I'm just gonna go Bulgaria like here. Beautiful. I didn't go east because I didn't feel like it looked coastal. It really made me want to go like Central Europe. I'm not gonna lie. The architecture was very Central Europe, which didn't really fit over here. You know, like more west, you get that more European, like Central European looking architecture. But then the climate did look a little bit warmer than like north, so I went kind of closer to Greece, where it's more temperate. But right off the bat, all of these like really pointy triangular houses are making me think like Lithuania or Latvia. That E with the dot above it, I believe, is Lithuania? Can I find that? Can I find like a word with that letter in it? Yeah, okay. And then it's not here? Yeah, no, they got the line above the E there. Okay, now where does this look? I mean, I don't know if there's a point in trying to region guess Lithuania, but we're gonna do it anyways. This architecture looks more Slavic, so like maybe down closer to Belarus? I mean, it was the eastern side, kind of near Belarus, as opposed to like Poland. But yeah, so... Oh, street name ending in G is Lithuania. I didn't really know that. I mean, Latvia has... Latvia has, Iela, and then Estonia has T, or like, it might just be the letter T or Tee, but that's Estonia. So then Lithuania, I just kind of use, like, process of elimination. Like, if it's not T or it's not, Iela, I just go Lithuania. But then, yeah, the dot, like I said, is only Lithuania. Oh, only Baltic country with that E is Lithuania. There are other languages in Europe. This... Dude, that just looks Greece. I'm not gonna lie. But... It might be Cyprus. I forgot that's in the game. You got a bilingual sign, which I don't think you see that in... I don't think you see bilingual English Greek in Greece. Like, genuinely... Wait, are we driving right or left? That's gonna answer the question. We're driving right, so it's Greece. I'm overthinking it. Nice. Alright. Immediately spinning around, it looks very Spain. I'm gonna try to find a crosswalk sign, and if there's a ton of, like, rectangles on it, I'm gonna lock in Spain. Oh, wait, but here, this C with a little tail on it, I believe is only in Portuguese. Ooh, wait, Catalan might have it. I'm not gonna lie, Catalan might have it. However, it does look like it's gonna be Portugal with the blue stripe on the left here and the yellow stripe on the right of literally every single license plate. Blue left, yellow on the right, and then you got that tail on the C, which I believe is Portuguese, Romanian, Catalan, Turkish. I think that's it. Pretty sure that's it. But yeah, okay, you also have Rua. Rua is... So, in Portugal, you will see Rua, R-U-A. In Spain, you will see Calle, C-A-L-L-E. And then in France, you will see Roue, R-U-E. You can remember it because R-U-E ends in E, just like France. So R-U-E is France because they both end in E. And then the A is just Portugal. I mean, it kind of ends in A. Just get rid of the O. But then, yeah, I don't know Portugal region guessing, so I'm literally guessing in the middle. It's Portugal. Boom. It was way south. Let's play the Europe one again, because low-key, I like it. K-O-W-S-K-A. I have never seen anything more Polish in my life, except for maybe that word on that other street sign. They keep giving us the most Polish words of all time. Okay, here you can see that there is one of those holy poles here. There are those holy poles leaning against each other here, like I was talking about. This just looks like a Polish house number. And then, yeah, I mean, this is probably something Poland, but I feel like you see stickers like this all around Europe. The only thing that I feel like might be useful here is the fact that it's white and blue. Like, I know Germany and Austria, I'm pretty sure all of these things are going to be, like, yellow and black. But then, yeah, this just looks really Polish. Really Polish. In terms of where, it looks further south than last time. But then kind of in, like I do kind of want to lean, like, the Slavic side. Near, like, Ukraine and Belarus. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it was, like, literally the exact same spot as it was before. But, nice. This right here, we got so many clues in one zoom. So we have a bright yellow, like, kilometer marker here with the name of the highway on top of it. That's very common in Spain and Portugal to get very bright highway markers and, like, kilometer markers. But then in here, in this guardrail, you have a yellow reflector, which is only going to be Spain. So, yeah. And then it does look quite wet, quite green. A bit cooler in temperature. So I might lean, like northwest. It was just so far northeast, but, you know, we still got Spain, so I guess that's all that matters at the end of the day. Travessa. Here, actually, we just have those Portuguese license plates again, with the blue on the left, yellow on the right. But then I'm trying to... This crosswalk sign, in Portugal, their crosswalk signs, the dude is wearing, like, a little white belt. So that's good to know. And then... Yeah, I don't know Portugal region guessing, like I said, but this one does look more like north than that last one, just based on all this white architecture, but I don't even know if that means anything. Nope, doesn't. Does not mean anything. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, it showed the like cobblestone walkway, but in Portugal, I don't know if I've ever used the cobblestone to like guess. I don't know. This again, bro. They keep giving us the most Polish words of all time. We have the Type C flat guardrail here. Red reflectors in it that are square shape. You have these poles mounted onto like little concrete blocks. Oh, you have a Polish bollard right here with it goes white and then a big red chunky thing. There is a little white let's see if I can see the no. It's not this. It doesn't look like these. Let's see if I can find another one. Kind of. It's like a German bollard, but instead of black, it's red. But then it's also like kind of puffier and kind of like a hungry bollard in a way. But then it's just red, and they're super distinct, super distinct. I wish I had a better, like, I wish I had a better view. At the end, maybe I'll like go down the road a second, but yeah. Honestly, can we find these cities? I feel like I've heard of Drestenko. Drestenko. No. I don't know. Looking around, that looks pretty like, I don't know. Sure. Honestly, that's like not a terrible region guess. Like I'm not too good at Poland yet, but like I'm kind of proud of that region guess. .pt on this URL is going to be Portugal. This oh yeah, you have the C with the tail on it there. You have a Portuguese ladder pole. Actually, this one's way better to look at. You can see the holes going through it. It's not a holy pole. It is a ladder pole like the ones in Brazil, but then it just kind of has some small holes in it. This sign, the like format of it, like the really like the way that one of the learnable meta clues that it showed us in Poland was like the distinct sign font. That's in Portugal too. Like Portugal and Spain both use this like font. It's really like minimalistic in a way and like thinner. Like the lettering is thinner on a lot of their signs than other countries. France might do the same on their stop signs too, but I don't think so. But then yeah. Like the last 3 times it's been Portugal, I don't know how to region guess it, so we're going in the middle, and I'm not even going to try this time. Boom, see, notice how when we do that, boom, we're closer. Alright, see? Again, it shows that clue, but we didn't even use it. Like, low-key, we just didn't need to. Like, it's facts, but, yeah. I don't know. It's just, like, my brain looks at other things. I don't know. Okay, so this here, we have this M sign. We have these, literally almost every single tree is a pine tree. Although it does seem to be lined with these shorter, bushier trees. And then the trunks, like, towards the top 2/3 of this, like these trees, are oranger, which I believe will place us like here. And then, you know, this is a good question. I'm not sure. I don't know what these poles are. It looks like they got a yellow sticker on them. This M sign, I feel like means something. Like, I kind of want to go Sweden and hope that's what it means. That was a crazy guess. Dude, that was a crazy guess. Similar signs might be found in Norway, however, the font is distinctly different. Sure. Here we got that Type C guardrail, the like flat again. This is gonna be bolted. The reflector's bolted on here with 2, so it is going to be the German bollard. Where dude, why are they all just half bollards that are just bolted onto the side of the guardrail? I want to show the whole proportions. But basically, if this were to go all the way to the ground, this is about the same distance, or the same, like, height as this black section, and then both of these would be about the same height as the bottom section. All of this together tells me Germany, and then it does look quite forested, so, like, I might lean towards the east. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, here, this is what I was actually talking about, where, this one doesn't seem to be black and yellow. Wait. Yeah, so this doesn't seem to be black and yellow, but it does have that angled top, like I'm saying, and my guess is it's marking ground wires, and that's going to be the Latvian, like, ground wire marker post thing. Yep. Oh, here's the yellow one. I guess it can also be white, but yeah, I thought it was yellow. These round circular bollards. Oh, here, this is going to be that colorful border, like, kilometer marker again. You see these arrows are going to be 2 white arrows on a blue background, which, I believe in France you can also, so it's going to be Spain off of this right here, and this actually, as well as the bollards. However, like, so, what I was going to say, though, is on the topic of these arrows, you'll find white on blue arrows in a lot of other countries, like, that do look similar to Spain. But if you ever see white on blue arrows, and there is not an even number of arrows, so this one has 2, but if it were to be, say, 3 white arrows, or 1 white arrow, it wouldn't be Spain. Spain only ever has 2 or 4 arrows. Never 1, never 3, never 5. Only 2 or only 4. I believe they can also be, like, white on black, not just white on blue, but it's still with those, it's only 2 or only 4. Never 1, never 3, never 5, never 7, never 9, never 6. Okay. But anyway, so we got a green kilometer marker. We got these rounded bollards here. Actually, this stop sign does look like this stop sign does look like it has that distinct, like, skinny, small, like, font, like the minimalistic font I was talking about that you'll see in France and, I mean, not France, Portugal and Spain, maybe France, but yeah, enough yap. Yep, okay, so this one has 2 as well, this one has 2 as well. But then, yeah, the rounded bollards, I believe they're, like, here. Near Pamplona? Yeah, okay. I mean, it's a little bit, like, it's like Zaragoza. It's, like, between Zaragoza and Pamplona. Like, I feel like I should just, like, start plonking here whenever I see these bollards. But yeah. I feel like I forgot to say that that's the region here, but yeah. Beautiful. Looks like this is going to be around 5 of 5 of this game, and then here we have a square concrete pole, lots of brick. The license plates here are clearly tinted red, a little bit red. This one's very, very red, actually. You can see just some super red chunks, which, Belgium, their numbers on the plates are, going to be red. So, I believe we're going to be Belgium here off of this square pole that does look very, very, very similar to a tie pole. You can get a ton of different poles in Belgium. You can even get, like, the French pole top sort of thing here on this pole. But then, yeah, I don't know. There's no point in really region guessing Belgium. Unless you're, like, champion, probably. So, I'm just going in the middle. Yeah, but the slate red tint is the one that they chose to add for Belgium. But yeah, honestly, I might end the video here. I feel like we've played a decent amount of games. I didn't play as many different maps as I thought I was going to, but we did play a few games on a learnable meta world, and then I feel like all of the games we got on a learnable meta Europe were pretty good, and I feel like the explanations went pretty well. So I mean, I'm gonna probably just post this as it is, and then in the next part we can hop into some of those other maps. But yeah, peace.